Well, I'm Dawn Moore, and I'm the director of Romeo and Juliet. And, it's a timeless love story, and I'm sure if you haven't seen it before, you've sure heard about it, and you think you know everything that happens in the story. I think most people have seen maybe a Baz Luhrmann's video of it, or if you're a little older, Franco Zeffirelli. And one of the questions I had when I knew I was going to direct this show, first of all, I was just excited and thrilled to be doing it. But then I thought, well, gee, how am I going to do it that still tells the story, but that is a little unique? I also am working with a cast who are all under 25, and one of the first questions I had is, well, how do we cast, the older characters and make that believable? And just with so many versions of this play, what are we going to do with it? So I thought I would address those kind of problems right head on and just say, yeah, we've got this group of young people, and I asked them some of the questions and let them sort of explore the questions of the play and how are we going to do this. So I decided to give the play a kind of framework. If you look back at the earliest novellas Italian novellas of Romeo and Juliet, they had this framework where a narrator tells the story kind of as a cautionary tale. So I don't have a narrator, but I have a company of young people, some of whom want to be in the show, some are skeptical, and they get to ask those questions. What are we going to wear? Are we going to wear tights? Who's going to play the old people? What style are we going to do? And so this really opened the floodgates and opened the door to really be eclectic and use anachronism and try anything that we wanted to try to make the story work. So we've got video in this play. We've got some real classical sword fighting that's really fun, and of course my company members just love doing. We have this group of actors who are asking the questions throughout the play and just telling the story the way they want to tell it. The set that you see behind us is a set by Drew Facey, and he's captured old Verona, the Globe Theater, and he's giving it a kind of modern urban look as well. So we've got a kind of concrete finish. And the costume design takes the Renaissance silhouette that you might find in a real classical production, but it kind of turns everything inside out. Blue jeans is one of the major fabrics, denim, for all of these costumes, and the seams are turned inside out with the kind of frayed edges that you see in really modern, I don't know, couture, but modern style. The actors are all wearing Converse running shoes and their own running shoes in the show. So we're kind of mixing the present day with the past and telling this story about two young people who meet and fall in love, and unfortunately they're from families who just don't want this to happen. So of course there are tragic results.